It's great to welcome you back to Prague. I'm your host, Conn Jackson. In just a few minutes, we'll be talking to Nick Jonas, of course, of the Jonas Brothers. But here's a pop culture question for you. What does he have in common with Harry Potter's Daniel Radcliffe and Glee's Darren Criss? The answer rests in Broadway. Each has played the role of Jay Finch in the popular play, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Nick joins us right now. Nick, welcome to Get Connected.
Hi, Conn.
Well, Nick, it's great having you on the show, and welcome back to Broadway. I know years ago you appeared in Annie, Get Your Gun and also Les Miserables. What is it about those experiences that helped prepare you for this role?
Yeah, it's been amazing to come back to Broadway. I think that when I did these shows when I was younger, it was definitely an opportunity to sort of grow as a performer and have those experiences that I think really shaped who I am now as a performer and as a man and everything. And to be back in a leading role now is a dream come true.
Well, Nick, first and foremost, congratulations on the great reviews you've received this week. Let's turn our attention to the character you play, Jay Finch. What is it about this character that you identify with most?
I think that Finch is an amazing character. So many amazing actors have played the role of Finch, and so I'm now so thrilled to be up there with them. But it's one of those characters who basically jumps and then figures out how he's going to land halfway down. And I think that's an amazing quality that I'd say I can relate to. Is just taking chances, being optimistic and enthusiastic about life and about opportunities, and really taking hold of everything that comes your way and trying to make the most of it. And Finch is amazing in that sense, and he's got a lot of ambition and drive to rise to the top of the business world, and he ends up doing just that.
Well, Nick, you've got to tell us, there's so much singing, acting, and dancing you do with this character. I know it's extremely challenging. How do you make it through?
I think that the thing that's been challenging, but a great challenge, the kind that you really enjoy, it has just been finding those moments with an audience there that you can really make things land and let each line set in and have real impact. And whether it's a joke or it's serious, whatever the tone of the line is, just finding the different moments, and that really comes from doing this with an audience and having their reaction to it all, and feeling that out, seeing what comes of it.
I'm just curious, Nick, on opening night, were you more nervous performing in front of your parents, your fellow brothers, or having your girlfriend, Delta Goodrem, there?
I don't know. I think I wasn't necessarily nervous about performing in front of any of them. I'd say those are the people I'd be most comfortable with. But it was more so just making sure everything was where it needed to be, and that I was in the right spot, saying the right thing, doing exactly what I needed to do. Those were the sort of feelings I was having, less about performing in front of anybody.
Well, Nick, I read where the audience response was tremendous. A thunderous standing ovation, I read in the paper. Now let's turn our attention to the two previous stars that played Jay Finch. Of course, we're talking about Daniel Radcliffe and Glee's Darren Criss. What wisdom did you learn from them before going on stage?
I'd spoken to Daniel Radcliffe a few times. Basically, on his closing night, there was a party that I went to and spoke to him briefly there about the role and what he'd learned playing the role and what to expect and all that. And then he actually came and saw the show on Sunday and came back afterwards and had some amazing things to say. And I was so thrilled to be able to meet with him there and to be able to speak to him about it and see what he was thinking. And he's an amazing actor and did an incredible job in this role and really took ownership of not only the role but the whole show and did so much for the Broadway community in doing that.
Certainly a cool story about Daniel, but let's turn our attention to your tremendous success. What advice would you give to anyone out there living out their dreams, given what you've been able to achieve?
I think the main advice that I give to people that want to get into this world of performing and specifically Broadway and all that is to find the right people to get you in the right rooms. It's so important to be auditioning for the right things and to be going out for the right things. That suit your voice and your elements as an actor and a performer. And I've been blessed now to have a couple of opportunities where I've just been in the right rooms with the right people, and it's been amazing to see the opportunities that have come from that, and I'm so thankful for all that.
Just to add on to that great advice, what's it like being such a star at a young age?
I don't know that I look at it as achieving fame, but more so doing what I love and being blessed to have people that support me in that. I think that it was always about wanting to have great quality work first, and then the fame is something that comes along with it, but definitely not the priority.
Well, Nick, you've been a tremendous guest. Thanks so much for joining us. And given that you're on Broadway, I guess the advice would be break a leg.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I certainly enjoyed talking to Nick, and you can check out the play he's in all the way through spring into almost the summer, as he'll be on the stage in the play, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. The other cool bit of information I'd like to reveal is Daniel Radcliffe, who played the role, is out in a brand new movie, and we'll be having him on the show next week. What a coincidence. We've got plenty more coming to you from Prague when we return. Thank you so much for watching. Are you tired of negative news? We are.
And that's why we're creating a movement.
By keeping it real.
With what you need to know.
It's more than what's happening.
It's bringing hope back to our lives.
So go to conntv.com and join our movement.